What's up, YouTube? Welcome back. I'm in a 77,000 mile Infiniti and I am going for a road test. So this vehicle will wind up being someone's car straight off a used car lot. So for me, when I'm looking at a car to buy, some things bother me, and it should bother you too. One is I look at the rear view mirror condition here, for one. Two, I look at this. I don't want to buy a car for $15,000 or $20,000 that the vinyl on the armrest for the door is worn out, or the seat or the armrest here. So for me, that's a big no. That's a big no when it comes to that. Or cracked dash, or buttons that the information's worn off of. This all can be restored. This can actually be fixed. This can be fixed. The steering wheels can be replaced. Shifter boots, all that stuff. So for me, this is part of what I said when I said forget the brand and what the car looks like. Everything else should be set aside of that first. What does the car look like? You know you want this car, right? So put the cosmetic stuff aside and say, I know what the car looks like. I'm not really concerned right this second with the oohs and ahs of how well they polished up the exterior or fixed up the exterior. You want to be more concerned with, is the car mechanically sound? So right now, what I'm doing is I'm turning off the blower motor. So this car wasn't here for an oil and safety inspection. This was here to just install my part from one of our used car dealers. So I am first going to turn off the climate control because I don't need the blower motor making any noise on the road test. So I am going to put my seatbelt on. So for me, for $10,000, $15,000, $20,000, and I'm seeing this on a vehicle, that's a hard pass for me. But I see constantly people buying these vehicles in this condition, and it doesn't make any sense to me. Temperature's low outside, so I'm guessing that they diagnosed it right. I don't hear anything coming from the right rear. Caleb's repair, they changed the part, was fantastic. All the back seats are back in. The seat belts, both the seat belts are actually popped through the seat in the back. And they got the seat gangster lean back. That annoys me. So this is just quality checking our work. They supplied the part, and did my mechanic put the interior back together right and install the strut in the vehicle correctly. Not necessarily meaning that the person who diagnosed it said that it got it right. Nope, they got it wrong. So there's still a noise in the right rear of the vehicle, and it wasn't prominent at first, but it's prominent now. So there is still a problem on the right rear that now I need to diagnose it, because they didn't ask me to diagnose it. They just said, hey, change this part, and we did what he asked. In most cases, I don't do that. Some of my used car dealers are really good. They're not mechanics, but they're really good at the conditions and saying, hey, what? Or maybe they had someone look at it and say it needs a strut. I don't know. He just said, hey, I want to pay you to put the strut in. So on smooth surfaces, it's good. On anything that has a bunch of transitions consistent, there's a noise. And it's definitely in the right ear. So that's going to need further inspection required. Oh, scrap metal in the trash, damn it. I love scrap metal. Oh, that's worth about. So when I buy a car, I don't know why or how so many people buy them in the conditions they are. Some people don't even know what bad bodywork looks like. They just see something that's polished up, and you know, you have to take the wow factor out of the excitement of, hey, I'm getting a car. No. You're going to look at a car, and based on what you see and find, you're going to make a decision and hope that you're not in a position to where you're desperate and you have to buy whatever's in front of you. That, I would tell you, is usually a nightmare. listening for that noise. So I would take my time. Plenty of vehicles out here for sale. I can't believe it. They sold that lot. I wanted to buy this lot and put a house there, and they wouldn't even return my phone call. And now there's a house getting built. Whew. You have to move fast for land around here. So we still have a noise in the back. Now I need to find out if the used car dealer wants me to go any further. That's the way it goes. Usually putting one strut in a car never fixes a problem. Never. Ugh, too many things. If the strut's worn out, there's usually something else worn out. Very rare is it just one issue. Very rare. So when you're buying a car, you know, forget about it's a BMW or it's a Mercedes or it's a Corvette. Forget what the exterior of the car looks like. Figure out mechanically and interior wise what's up with the car. And if you could stomach all those things, then you want to say, all right, let's move further into exterior image and undercarriage inspection and say, hey, really, this car's got a bunch of issues. And for me, it's got to be every bit of 10,000 or more. Got higher than 10,000. This would be a no for me. This would be a no for me. The buttons are worn out. The interior's fairly clean. It's dirty, so I can't really tell you much more about it, but if the steering wheel's wiped out, that's a no for me. If the shifter knob's worn out, no's for me if I'm buying a used car. Now, if you're buying a $1,500 car, well, then you kind of let a lot of things go. If it runs and drives for $1,500, can't go wrong in most cases. But you know, once you start hitting these price points, 10,000, and your expectations may be higher in a $5,000 car. Mine are extremely low for $1,500, and even at $2,500. But once you start hitting 5 and 10 and 15,000, even 20,000 for a used car, even 30,000, yeah, my expectations are really high, and so should yours be. Thanks for watching. So should yours. Thanks for watching. Stay with us.